So we are going to start with day 5 of Google Educator training. Yes. So under day 5 of Google for Education training, what all things we are going to cover. So today's training is partly a theory-based training where we are going to discuss about digital citizenship. So we have probably heard about this term earlier also, but what exactly does it mean? When we talk about being a citizen of a country, we have to always follow certain rules and regulations of that country. Same way, when everybody is on the cloud and using the internet, there are certain ethics and guidelines which becomes a part of our day-to-day work life. So all that we will cover. Apart from that, we will understand about Google Chrome profiles and how to restrict our work in the digital platforms. So let's first see what are the skills checklist. Protect yourself with good, strong passwords, right? Recognize scam or hoax online. Manage your digital footprint. Manage your online identity. The importance of privacy settings and incognito mode. Build resilience to be able to handle challenges and deal with cyberbullying. All this will come under digital citizenship uh, topic. First of all, a few things which I want to show you here is how to give a two-step verification to your Gmail accounts. Right. For that, let me just open um, my Gmail. So how can we put a two-step verification? We already have one step. One-step verification means when we enter our user ID and then we enter our password, we get into uh, our profile, right? We are able to work with Gmail and all the other applications of Google. But what is two-step verification and how can we start it? Like to just a second. I'm going to share my second profile. Yes. So this is my email. So how can I open my account settings from my Gmail, right? So how can I open my account settings? One way is to simply write accounts.google.com. Second is through the waffle. So if I click on my waffle, the first um, the first option on the extreme top shows account, right? You can do it with your any of your Gmail accounts, your work account or your personal account. You click on that account option and it will open your Google account settings. The second way is through Omnibox. In the Omnibox, if you will type account Google and press enter. So Google account overview opens again it will open up Google account. No, Google, one second, accounts.google.com. So you just press enter and it will open the same window which I showed you earlier. Fine. So this is your Google account. Under this Google account, you will see that you have all these options on the left panel. You have home, personal info, data and privacy, security, people and sharing, payments and subscription, and about. Under the home option, you will see you are getting some options on the right hand side. All of these are very important. First is how can you transfer your content from one Google Drive to another Google account. So for example, I have my work account on Gmail. If I want to, I have a lot of content on the drive and I want to transfer it to my personal Gmail account. So how can I do that? I can click over here. So I can click on start transfer. It will guide you through certain steps and like this. So you have, I clicked on transfer your account. It will ask for the destination account. So you can put in your personal email address. And the second step is verify your destination account. It will ask for your email address and password of the destination. And then, just a second, this one. And then verify the destination account, and last is select content to copy and transfer. You will be able to select, because under Google Drive you have a lot of content, and you will be able to select what all content you would like to transfer to the account. So this is the first thing which I wanted to show you, how to transfer your data from one drive, one Google Drive to another. The second one is under home we were discussing. So under home, first is transfer the content. This is turn on two-step verification. So how do we turn it on? The first topic which we started, because usually your Gmail account has only one step verification, which is your password. When you enter your password, that is first step of verification. If you want to get a code on your mobile phone every time you are logging into your Gmail account, that is the second step of verification, right? And this is the recommended way of protecting your data in a particular Gmail account. So here you have to click on count me in, then it will guide you basically. Prevent hackers from accessing your account with an additional layer of security. The second step is your additional layer of security when you are signing in. Two-step verification helps make sure your personal information stays private, safe, and secure, right? Security made easy. In addition to your password, two-step verification adds a quick second step. And what is that second step? The second step is basically a code is sent to your mobile phone, and then you can log that in. Use two-step verification for your all your online accounts. You can select that one. Two-step verification is a proven way to prevent widespread cyber attacks. Turn it on wherever it's offered to protect all your online accounts. You can click on get started. Make sure you read all this to understand it. Then it will again ask for your password, because you are going to start with something new. So here you will have to enter your password, and then it will ask for your phone number, and then how do you want to get the code. So whenever you will try to log into this particular account, it, whether you want to get a text message or a phone call. So you have the option of getting the code on either ways, right? So if you want just a text message, put a check mark here, go to the next step, the which is your second step. I don't want to actually start this two-step verification in this particular account because this is a Mahatatva account. But basically, this is the way you click on next. There will be a step 2 and then a final step 3, and your two-step verification. It's very easy to do. You will be able to switch it on. Fine. Now let's go back. So this is two-step verification, which is there, and it is a recommended way of using Gmail, right? So under home, you will see there are other options, privacy and personalization. How do you want your data to appear in a particular Google account? You can do that through this. And the security checkup, checked your account, the account is protected or not. This details you can find here. So there are a lot of options which you can basically explore here. The main one is how to turn on the two-step verification. You can also do that under data and privacy. So if you click on data and privacy, you will see that yeah, the start transfer option is also under data and privacy, right? I think under security it is there. You can check whether your account is protected or not under the security option. So all these options are there, but under level 1 examination, you basically will be asked about two-step verification. Does that make it clear? Let me, I'm going to share the deck again. Okay, so two-step verification. Okay, when we are creating a password, we should always include uppercase, lowercase letters as well as numericals, and that means numbers and special characters. It is always better to use a password which is not very easy for somebody to guess, right? We should avoid using our family names or our first names as password because they are very simple for anybody to guess. Something that is easy to be remembered by you but would be difficult to be guessed by someone else. So that should be your password. Don't share your password with anyone. So Google always recommends that be it your a very close person, even then it should never be shared even among the family members. So never share your password. This is the first part of your digital citizenship module. The second is how to recognize scam or hoax online. So whenever you get such messages or emails where it says pass it along, pass along the message to your 10 friends to win a lottery or to get something, some award is mentioned there. You always should remember that these are all hoax or scam messages. Never enter your bank or card details unless it's a verified site. So when we are banking, we have to make sure that the uh, the website in which we are entering the details is the actual or the official website. Stay away from pop-up content. So whenever you get a pop-up and it looks very attractive, just try to stay away from it because it is normally a scam. If you get an email asking for your passwords, do not click on any link. Check a website thoroughly before entering your personal details. Do not accept calls or click on any links in text from strangers. Do not give your information such as phone number, Aadhaar, license, or bank account details for any public websites. If you come across anything fishy, report it immediately. So this is something which is some basic know-hows, some points we should all remember at all times when we are working on internet, and that's what we are doing almost 23 or maybe all the hours when we are awake. Now, digital footprint, this is another terminology which is used a lot, and a question also comes in the examination about digital footprint. So, what is digital footprint? Let me just explain that first. So, whatever we are doing on the internet, even when we are liking a post, when we are leaving a comment or sending a tweet, or whatever we are doing on the internet, that is creating a digital footprint for ourselves. So when whatever is posted online, it remains forever. So we should always remember that, right? So even when we are posting an image of ourselves with a few friends, always remember that it is going to stay there for a very long period of time. Be consistent and professional in what you say online. Be aware of what other people are saying about you online. So we should not just be aware of what we are putting across. We should also be finding information. We should also be aware about what others are putting for you, right? So we are very much aware that what we are putting on social media, but sometimes when you're going out with friends and then they click pictures and then they put those images online, that also because those images are again tagged, so that also becomes your digital footprint. So be aware of how in different ways you are coming online. Then be accurate. What does this mean? So whenever we are putting any kind of a information online, we should always try to project the correct information. Nothing should be incorrect. And if we are all if we something we are putting some post, some blog we are writing, and we are confused whether the information that we are writing is correct or not, we should refrain ourselves from putting such information. So that is what this point covers. Be accurate, be sure, get a second opinion or personal pictures that you post. So again, the same point, when you are putting the personal pictures, always take a second opinion if you are not sure whether you should put those images or not. Be clutter free, close down accounts you don't need. So sometimes we open a lot of accounts. Uh, Sometimes you want to open an account just to give to a particular person also. So try to close the accounts which are not required. Managing your online identity, remember that internet is never a private space, right? So do a Google search with your name to check what personal information and images are available about you online. So on time to time basis, Google is a very important search engine to utilize to figure out what exactly is there for you online. So just type your name and see what appears under Google search. I just got a message from Kiran, ma'am. Is she not a part of the meeting right now?
Who, ma'am?
She's there or not? Kiran, ma'am, are you there in the meeting? No, she's not there. Okay, let me just post a link.
I think she joined few minutes
Yeah,
back.
she's messaging me, so I just put across the meeting. So she will be able to join. New. So we were discussing this managing your online identity. So Google search we have discussed. Be careful with what you post online. Next is the importance of privacy settings and incognito. So I will show you what privacy settings are there under Gmail and what is incognito or guest mode on your Google profile. So let me just open my profile, the Mahatma profile again. I'm going to share the other window. So under this, first of all, how can you open the incognito mode? I think you all are aware of it, but still I will show you. So you are under your Chrome browser. On the Chrome browser, it shows your profile, the current profile. There is a three dot next to your profile, right? So here you will see that once you click on these three dots or more options, there is a option to open new tab, new window, history, download, bookmarks, Zoom, print, and all these things are there. Here, just a second. Huh. How to go incognito. Here, usually we get an option to get go incognito here only. Let me just tell you about that. Yeah, it is showing in my other profile. So here in these three dots, under these three dots only, I'm getting new cognito window. Or you can press Control plus Shift plus N. Okay, that one was by the Edge window. It was not Google Chrome that I was showing you earlier. That is why. Maybe. So this is Chrome window. Under Chrome, where your profile is appearing, profile picture, click on these three dots next to that, and you will see after new tab, new window, you have an option to go new incognito window. Now, if you click on it, it will open a new incognito window, right? That is not shared because I have not shared the entire screen. Let me just share the entire screen with you all so that. Yeah. So now I have shared the entire screen. So we are in this meeting, right? So if I click on these three dots, again, why is it not appearing over here? So it's appearing over here. In that profile, it is not there. So in new incognito window, if I open, it opens this window. Now, whatever you will browse in this will not go under your browsing history. So whenever you are using your Google Chrome, whatever you are typing, whatever you are browsing, it goes under browsing history and it is saved there. But when you are working in an incognito mode, your your browsing history is not saved. So that is the benefit of going incognito, right? I'm going to close this window. Then privacy settings, which I showed you. Again, how can you open your privacy setting? I will show you through my personal account only. So you open your, you will go through your waffle, click on the waffle, go to the account, and it will open myaccount.google.com. Here, under your data and privacy, you will check for all the privacy settings. So you can, what all privacy settings are there? These are the options, your data and privacy options, things you have done and places you have been. So Google keeps a track of what all you have basically done, your web activity, whatever applications you have opened, right? Your location history also. So when you travel uh, and you have your phones along with you, and in your phones also you keep the GPS on usually, so it tracks your location. So your location history is also saved somewhere. If you do not want this to be on, you can just remove this check mark and it is safer. Although they say it is safer with Google, you control which data is saved in your account. So if you do not want your location history to be switched on, you can turn it off. So it location history saves where you go with your devices, even when you aren't using a specific Google service. You never open Gmail, but you are always carrying your mobile phones. So it is keeping a track of all your locations. You can turn it off like this. So I'm going to turn it off and I want to pause it. Now it will not save my uh, location history. It will not keep a track of my location. So I'm going to click on OK, and so this has turned off. My location history is off. So this is how you can switch it off. Next thing is the same thing I will explain again. Here, web and app activity. If you do not want your app activity to be saved by Google, you can switch it off. YouTube history, whatever website, whatever videos you have browsed, you have opened, or you have watched, that is also saved somewhere in your Gmail. So you can also switch it off using the same steps, right? If I want to switch it off, I'll just click over here. It will ask this and I want to turn it off. So what all sub settings are there? You can also explore that. Include the YouTube videos that you watch, include your searches on YouTube, auto delete on, which is on for me, deleting activities older than 3 months. So if you want, which is on, you can put on or off under this setting. So for last 3 months, whatever you have watched on YouTube, it will be saved. And before the 3 months, whatever was there, that content should be deleted. You can also use this setting, right? So if you want to turn it off, again, go through the same steps. I will just show you. So turn off. I want to pause it. I do not want it to be continued. Okay. And see, now there is the check mark is removed. My YouTube search history will not be saved anymore, right? So you can obviously explore these settings. The first one, info that you can share with others, what kind of information you are sharing with others. This is also under this privacy setting. Personal info that you have saved in your account, like your birthday, email address, options, and options to manage it. This info is private to you, but can make some of it visible to others on Google services, right? So if you want to make this visible to others, there is a setting for that. If you want to just stop sharing it, if you want to make it private for yourself only, you can use this setting, right? So see who can check my profile. So I can click over here under profile. So if I want only myself to be able to see this profile picture and this all this information about me, this is my personal account. So all these basic info and my contact info, if I want uh, to be seen only by me, I can manage that, or I want to allow anybody to be able to trace me to see all this information. I can put anyone for that. So you can manage this under about me, right? This all this information is there, which you can see. Then the next is data from apps and services that you use. So what data you want to uh, so what basically apps and services that I have, I will show you. So data from apps and services that I use, all the content and preferences related to Google services or third party apps. So all these comes under this particular option, wherein if I see when we open a particular app, which is a third party app, because we open that app through our Chrome browser only, so the passwords can be saved under your Chrome browser. So all this information is here. See, for example, this is third-party apps with account access. So I gave these apps access to some of the data in my account, and I can explore it from here. If I think I don't want to give my data the permissions to these third-party apps, I can manage it through this arrow. I click on this arrow, and then I can modify all these settings that I have. So see, GrowFitter app has some access to my Google account. Screencastify has access to my Google Drive, and WhatsApp Messenger is there. So I can change these settings from this option, right? So we don't have to go into a lot of detail under data and privacy, but these are certain options which you can explore and you can figure out what exactly are they doing. They're very useful, and most of the time we do not give importance to such information which is there. So under more options, I want to show you what all there. Other options to manage your data, like choosing what happens to it when your account becomes inactive or deleting your account. So what do you want to do when your account becomes inactive? You have some settings here. Make a plan for your digital legacy. Plan what happens to your data. So what do you want your data? Where do you want your data to go in case your account becomes inactive or gets deleted? So you can decide all of that here. You can decide when Google should consider your account deactivation. Choose who to notify and what to share also. So in case of some mishappening, or you can think of certain situations wherein you would want your data to be given to some person, you can plan everything from here. Decide if your inactive Google account should be deleted. So you can decide when it should be made inactive and when it should be deleted at all, and what to do with your data. So you can explore these options. I'm not going to go into the details of this, but this is all for all of you to explore. So delete your Google account from here. You can delete the entire account uh, and data from here. Or you can also search your data and privacy using this. You can search your Google account for a particular thing that you are looking for, maybe a certain password or some other information that you have ever saved in your Google account. You can do that from here. So this is all about your data and privacy setting under your Google account. All right. So this was about this. Let me just share the deck again. Does anybody have any questions?
No, ma'am.
So we have discussed all of this. Incognito passwords, this we have discussed. Now let's go with the topic where we have to deal with cyberbullying. See, cyberbullying has become very common nowadays, wherein we get, and especially children, right? Especially our students, they usually come across a lot of scenarios wherein people are not very mm, people are not very nice to others on the internet. Usually when the students are playing games, or they are they are on social networking and being friendly with others, So they get across people who say basically wrong things to them. So how should they respond? What should they do? How should they deal with such situations? First of all, do not respond to somebody who is saying mean things, right? Do not retaliate. So that is also one important point. Students should try to you know stay focused on what they want to do, even if they are playing a game and somebody is bullying them while playing the game through chat messages, right? So they should not respond and not retaliate. Third point is document it. How can you document your experiences when you are being cyberbullied? You can take screenshots, you can record your screen at a time when somebody is saying unpleasant things, right? So documenting it is also important, keeping a proof of what you are going through as a bullied person. So you have to, and we should teach this to our students, block them online. So we have an option of blocking other users on various platforms, right? So you might be aware of social networking websites which allow you to block certain profiles, which allow you to block certain people, right? So you can easily on Facebook, on other social networking sites, students should be taught also the same thing. Instagram and all allow them to block somebody. The last is report them immediately. Now, whom to report to? We should teach our students that they should report uh, such situations, such occurrences to anybody who is an adult, right? So, be it a teacher or their parents, they should report such issues immediately, right? So, this is how they can deal with cyberbullying. And I'm talking about students. This happens with adults also. Where to find help? So when we are as a Google educator, you might come across, because you will start your self study after you are done with all the trainings. So first is your Google search. Google search can help you out if you are stuck in a particular situation. There's also Google Help Center, right? If you will type Google Help Center in the Omni box, you will find, it will take you to Google Help Center and you can figure out a lot of things. I will just show you. So you just type Google Help Center, press enter, will take you to Google Help, and here describe your issue. There is a box where you can just type anything and you will find information. For example, how to change privacy settings. I just giving you an example of my Google account. So maybe this is the topic that we have just covered, and you're looking for that topic later on. So I just typed my question, I pressed enter, and you will see it is showing me steps how I can do that, right? So this is a very cool way of figuring out whatever you are doing on Google. So Google Help Center, Google for Education help forums are there. There are a lot of forums which are created particularly for Google for Education help for teachers like you and me, where we can figure out a certain thing. Maybe you are working with slides or Google Sites, or you're working with Google Docs or Sheets, and a particular task you want to do, and you cannot by yourself figure out how to do that. You can post a question in such forums, and again, you can Google them in your Google search or Omnibox. Form your PLN, which is Personal Learning Network. See what we are doing currently. We have created a classroom of some teachers in our school, wherein we are learning these Google tools or applications, I should say. So this is also a personal learning network, right? So this is all about digital citizenship, and there are some MCQs for your practice. Let's read the first one and try to answer it. So there is a password which is given. Why this password a better password than the other one? Can anybody answer me?
It contains
B and
symbols.
C.
Yes, because you are very right. Because we have just learned that a password should always contain uppercase, lowercase letters, numbers, as well as some special characters. So, at the rate is a special character, the same way hash and all the signs that you see symbols on your keyboard, those come under special character. So, first option is incorrect. It has a capital and small letter. This looks like correct, and it contains symbols. Letters and numbers are properly spaced. No, that is not correct. So B and C both. And please remember, in your Google certified examination, you will get such questions where more than one answer is correct. And you will get check boxes for such questions. We have already done MCQs, and these questions have multiple correct answers. So the B and C option is correct. Let's look for the second question now.
So Raki ma'am, like in our first worksheet that you gave me, I got 7 on 12. Then I just look back. There were like if there were three options, correct options in a question, and I marked only one option, so whole question was wrong.
Yes, ma'am. Because
Uh,
every question is carrying only 1 point, right?
uh,
So for that 1 point is only given when you are selecting all the correct answers. It is not
uh,
partially marked. There is no way Google Forms are created in a way that you can partially mark a question. So then,
that is how.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is how
Okay.
it
And
works.
ma'am, the first question was the answer marked by me was right, but
Mhm.
it was showing that no answer has been marked by you.
Oh, okay. If that is the situation, ma'am, then I will rectify it. Because if I will check it, I already have your scores with me. But if I go through it again, I will see whether I have marked the first one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let's move on to the second question. Student panels can help raise awareness of cyber safety principles and strategies. So is it true or false? Student panels are just basically groups of students who are working across certain settings. So what is the answer to this?
Can be true.
Yes,
True.
it is true. Yes,
It is true.
yes, it is true. It is okay to share your password with your trusted friend over chat or email.
No,
Never.
never, never.
Never. That's correct. So we should never share our passwords to anybody, be it a trusted person or not. See here, it shows all of them are correct in question number one. Although, okay, for question number one, all the four options are correct. Second one is true, and third is never. Now let's go to Google Chrome, Google Safe Search, and Google Groups. These are the topics for today. Let's take it up one by one. Under Google Chrome, we are going to learn about how to manage bookmarks, how to install and manage Chrome settings, Chrome extensions. And then we'll go to Google Search. I will just teach you about that. Okay, so I'm going to first take up Google Chrome. So this is a Google Chrome window which we have already opened. You will see that there is an option to give bookmarks. I'll just open a new tab, and here I'm writing maybe just an example. In my Omnibox, I want to search for dolphins. Now I open one particular link, maybe this one, and I like what I read. So maybe this website, and I want to bookmark this page. I want to save it so that later on I can visit this page easily. I can open it without actually searching through Google search or any other way. So how can I put a bookmark here? There is a star icon which is next to your Omnibox, right? If you can find it out, there is a star, small star. This is for bookmarking the tab. Just put a click on that option, and it will open the bookmark added window, the dialog box. You can give a smaller name. For example, this is dolphins facts and information, and the name is very long. I just want to name it dolphin. I want to give a smaller name, the dolphins. And where do I want to put it? So there is a folder which is bookmarks bar, which is automatically there in your Google Chrome. You can also create your own bookmark, right? If you have other bookmarks, it will show here, or you can choose another folder also, right? So right now I just want to place it in my bookmarks bar. You can also have more settings. If you click on more, you will see that it will show the entire URL and other bookmarks, right? So or if you want to create a new folder, you can click over here and you can create a new folder also, which I don't want to do actually. So I'm going to just delete this one and I want to save it. Now this page is bookmarked and it becomes easier for me to open. So I am going to close it and I will show you how I can open it. I'm going to my new tab and I want to open that bookmark. So how I can open it? I can click on these three dots which is next to my profile picture. I can go to the bookmarks option and there I will see an option called bookmark manager, right? So I can also click on show bookmarks bar, which if it is not there. So this bar is already there, which contains my,
Raki ma'am, your screen is hanged, so nothing is visible. Are you typing anything?
let me check it.
I can see Google page only. Nothing is working in this.
No, I was showing, no, I think it is not hanged, ma'am. Rashmi ma'am, I'll just show you. So we bookmarked the dolphin window. Till that point, you were able to see, right? So
Yes,
this
yes.
is the bookmark bar and this dolphins appear, which we just created, and we can click on it to easily open it, right? The other way is by going to the bookmark manager. So click on these three dots, go to bookmarks, click on bookmark manager, and there you will see under the bookmarks bar. So I have this dolphins option. So the dolphins web page. You can click on it and it will open. So this is the second way of opening your bookmark page, right? So this is all about bookmarks. Later on, you can also delete it from the bookmark manager and it can be easily removed also. The next is this was about bookmarking. How can you create a bookmark? The second is install and manage Chrome extensions, right? So Google Chrome is basically a utility, or you can say it's an application which comes with a lot of extensions. Extensions are softwares, or you can say small programs which enhances the working of a particular application or a bigger application. Google Chrome is a bigger application and it has a lot of extension which can help us in our work. So how can I install a extension? For that, you have to go to extension manager. So what you will type is, you can type extensions Chrome, or you can write Chrome Web Store. You can also type extensions Chrome Web Store. You can simply type Chrome Web Store, even then it will open. Click on the first link and it will show you Chrome Web Store, and a lot of extensions are there for you to explore, right? I will show you one extension. Let me just see which one. So maybe this Google Input Tools. Click on the Google Input Tools and click on Add to Chrome. So I'm going to add this extension. It will download. It will come to your downloads folder. See, it is downloading and adding to Chrome. So once it is added, you will see there is a puzzle kind of a symbol which appears in your Chrome window, right? So this is a Google extension. Google Input Tools, which we have just added. What is the functionality? It is used. Google Input Tools has been added to your Chrome. This is giving me this particular dialog box, and I'm going to close it now. So if I want to use this Google Input Tools, how can I use it? I can click on it and this extension appears. So I can click on it again and it will show me all the extension options. So if I want to type in a particular language which is other than English or any other language, maybe let's see if we have Hindi here. So this is used when you want to type in any other language apart from English. So Hindi is there. Hindi has Devanagari and three different kinds of Hindi fonts are there. You can put it on the right hand side and just save it. I think I'm going to put this one also. So now my selected input tools apart from English is Hindi is also there. Right. So now I will be able to type in Hindi also, I think. I will just show you. I'm going to open Google Docs for you to explore. So let's check. This is my inbox. I'm going to open Google Docs. Blank document. And yes. So now I have this Hindi font appearing in my extensions. Under my extensions, I can select Hindi. And now I think I can type in Hindi. So, maybe like this, um, so I'm typing in Hindi using Google Input Tools extension. This is a good extension to type, use any language of your choice. So this is about extensions. You can add as many extensions as you want. This is just an example of one extension. How can you add more extensions? In your Chrome browser, you can click on the same puzzle option, which is for extensions, and click on Manage Extensions, and you will see that these are the extensions which are already there in my Chrome browser. I can search for more extensions and I can add them. If I want to remove a particular extension, I can click on remove and it will be deleted. Right? So this is about extensions. I hope it is clear to everybody. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So this is about Google extensions. Let's move on to the next topic. Yes. So Google search. Google search is quite simple for we have been using day in and day out. Google search is simply we can carry out the search through our Omnibox. You don't have to type www. I'm just closing a few windows. I have opened a lot of windows and I don't want them. So for Google search, I simply can type whatever I'm looking for in my Omnibox. Omnibox is the window which appears in your Google Chrome. You can directly type in for whatever your search words are there. There are certain search settings which I would like to discuss with you. So, for example, if you are looking for specifically dogs, right? If you will type in dogs and press enter, will give you a lot of information about dogs, right? All this information. But if you are looking for dogs of a particular breed, right? So then how can you give that search? How can you carry out that search? You can type in maybe about German Shepherds. So you can type under codes also. If you will type German Shepherd right now, see what is happening. So doing Hindi typing. So German Shepherd, I selected actually Hindi from there. No? So let me just close that.
We can change our language again, no? Back to English.
Yes. That's what I'm doing. Actually, I selected, I guess, only Hindi no, from there, Google input tools. So that is why it is showing me that only. Let me just mm, select English also. I only selected Hindi while doing that. So it is showing only that. But I'm going to add English also. And now I'm going to close it. And now I can select um, Google input tools. I can select English also. Right. So better. better for me to type in English. So I'm going to write German Shepherd. So what I wanted to show you here is that when you enclose something in double quotes, your search is not divided into two words. Normally what happens when you type German Shepherd, it will also look for pages wherein the word German is there. So something which has to do with German language or German culture, which will also appear in your search results, which probably you do not want. You only want specifically information about German Shepherd, then you can enclose your search phrase in double quotes, right? So this is one thing. You can also use minus symbol, right? So if you want to look for something to do with dogs, but minus a particular breed, you do not want to learn about cats. So then you can write dogs minus cats. That means dogs information will be there, but nothing will with cats will come. I think minus is the sign which is given for this. So there are some special characters which can be used for that. So dog minus cat should give me information about dogs in only, right? I have to give a space, I think. Yeah. So this minus symbol is also there, which is useful. Then if you are looking for something and you do not remember the entire name, you remember just a part of it, you can also use a percentage symbol for that. For example, if I'm looking for again German Shepherd, I do not remember the entire name, I can write Shepherd percentage with Shepherd. So percentage symbol replaces a entire string set of words. So if I write percentage Shepherd, it will basically give me all the web pages wherein Shepherd is used along with other words. So Ben Shepherd, it is showing me, or anything that could replace that percentage sign will appear in my search results, right? So this is about using this search box. And one more thing. So when you're carrying out Google search, there are certain options which appear below your search box. Let's explore this also very quickly. So we get all images, news, books, maps, and more options. So for example, if you're looking throughout the web for every kind of information related to a particular word, you will use the all option. All the website which contain information about dolphins. If you want, you will simply type dolphins and all. If you're looking for only images, you can click on images and all the images appear. Now here you will see that there is an option called tools which is right next to your search. So you can click on tools and there are some more search options which appear, which is size, color, type, time and usage rights. Now if I want to look for a particular image of a particular size, then I can select from large, medium, and icon. If I'm looking for icons which has type dolphins, so this is icon sized images. All the icon sized images appear. Then if I'm looking for a particular color in an image, right? If I want only green images, so you can select a color also. If you want black and white, so all the images which are green are appearing now. If you want black and white, you can select that also. So only black and white images will appear. So this is second option, which is selecting the color of your image. Then type, you can select the type of your image. If you want a clip art or a line drawing or a GIF, you can select it from here. If I want just the clip art, I clicked on clip art and I have already selected black and white. So it is appearing under black and white. I just changed that option. So these are all clip arts, right? Then if you are looking for an image which on a particular timeline, like any time or which has been put only in past 24 hours or past week or past month. So, some graphic designers use these options to basically find out new images, right? So in the past 24 hours, these images have been put in by somebody on the net, clip art kind. I want to change these settings so that because it is going to limit our search. Then usage rights. This is very important. What are usage rights? Most of the images or most of the things that we search for comes under some usage rights. If you want to look for the images of dolphins which are free for everybody to be used, if I'm creating a PPT or any other material and I want to use only the images which are to be utilized by everybody, that doesn't come under the domain of somebody else, that is not basically an intellectual property of somebody else, then I should click on usage rights and use the images which comes under Creative Commons license. In past 24 hours, there is no such image. So I'm going to widen my search. Now these all images of dolphins are under Creative Commons license. So anybody can use them. I can clear my search. So I click on clear and my image, all the tools options are gone away. Now these are images, news. If I'm looking for a news on dolphins, I click on this option and I will see all the news related to dolphins appear. Again, under tools, I will get some options of recent news, past hour, past 24 hour, past week, or sorted by relevance also, or sorted by date also, right? So this is news. Then books. If I'm looking for books specifically on dolphins, I can click on book option. Again, under tools, you will see any view or preview and full view. If you want a full view of an image, a book, you can also get books under Google a search, which are completely available. Entire book is available. Or you are looking for any kind of a document or books or magazines or newspapers, you can do that from here. Anytime shows you 21st century, what era you are looking for. So in 21st century, books published on dolphins, in 20th century books or 19th century, all of this is also available, right? Videos, um, dolphins videos will appear. Again, explore the tools and you will find out if you are looking for a video for a particular duration, maybe a short video for 0 to 4 minutes, you can specify the duration here, 0 to 4 minute video, a medium sized video, or a long video, right? So you can look for a video of a particular duration. This is very useful for us teachers. So if I'm looking for a dolphin video, which is only of 0 to 4 minutes, I can do that from here. Anytime or past, or again, when a particular video has been posted on the internet, based on that, this category of search can be carried out. What kind of a quality you want for your video, any quality or high quality videos. Then under all videos, what kind of a videos you want, closed caption videos or all videos. Closed caption videos are those which are free for everybody to be used, fine. And under more, you have a lot of other options, like you want to look for maps, shopping, flights or finance, you can look for maps also under Google. So if I'm looking for maps on dolphins, you can see that this will open my Google Maps with dolphins and all the related entities or locations are open. So dolphin restaurant, dolphin swimming academy, all this opens, right? So this is about your Google search and Omnibox. I hope this is all clear to everybody now. Any questions?
Ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. My screen was visible throughout, right?
No.
Was able to give.
My screen was not visible during while I was explaining Google search bar.
It was
No,
visible.
ma'am, it was there.
It was, it just disappeared.
Ha,
Oh,
just disappeared.
yeah, I got worried because I just came back to this window and I was not able to see my screen. So I got worried whether I was explaining it and you were not able to see my screen. Okay. Okay, so we have covered. Just a second, let me just open. Where is that deck? So I'm going to close a few windows. Just a second. We have one. Yeah, this one.
Jackie, ma'am, may I ask you one question?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, how many have you reached to the Google level training 2, 3?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how many levels you have completed, ma'am?
Ma'am, Google Certified Educator level 1 and 2 are done.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm doing the third one now.
Okay. Thank
Yeah. So the next is Google Groups. We have covered Google Search. So Google Groups are also very useful when we are creating, when we want to create a group of individuals which are going to work together on a project or probably discussion of something. How you can open Google Groups is through the waffle. So I'm going to take you back to my inbox. Through the waffle you can open. So you can click on the waffle and you can scroll down and just a second, I'm getting a lot of, so I am looking for groups. Okay. So click on groups, or in the Omnibox you can type groups.google.com. It will also take you to the Google Groups. See, it will show you, it will open this window wherein you are getting options to create a group. It will show you my groups, recent groups, all groups, favorite groups, and all such things are there. So under my groups, because this is a Mahatatva account, it doesn't show any group. You can easily create a group of individuals by clicking on this option. Click on create group. First, you give a name to the group. For example, if I want to create a group of all the science teachers. So what I can do is I can give it a name, science department, or any other name of my liking. The group that we are creating has its own group email ID also. So that when you once you type this email ID, you don't have to type the names of individual group members, and an email can be sent to everybody, right? So you can first you will give a name, then you can also give group discussion description. Then can you please mute yourself? Thank you. Somebody's mic is unmute. Okay. Let's go back to Google Groups. Yeah. So you can select who can search for your group. So once you create a group, like I created a group called Science Department, entire organization can search for that group, or only group members or anybody on the web. So these three settings are there. If you just want the group members to be able to look for that group, you can select first one. I can give entire organization who can join the group, only invited users, anybody in the organization can ask, anyone in the organization can join, anyone can ask, or anyone can join. That means it will be available to public, anybody on the web can join. So I want only invited users who can view conversations. You can select group owners, group managers, group members, entire organization, or anyone on the web. So you can also create a public group which is available to anybody to join on the net. So I only want this to group members because I have already selected only invited users. Then you have to click on next. Last step of creating a group is adding group members. So you can add any group members. Right now I'm giving my personal ID here. And if I want more group members, I can just keep on typing their email addresses. I can specify who the group managers are along with me, because I am GCT trainee is the first group manager. I can add more managers to my group. And uh, you can also type a welcome message like welcome to this group, whatever. And subscription would be through email or digest or abridged or no email. Basically, we should always select email. So the every time we type any email or we start a discussion, it goes to the inbox of the individual users, right? So once you are done with three steps, click on create group, and this is showing group creation in progress. Now I have created this group which is called science department, and it will appear under my groups, right? Now it is showing 0 members added successfully because only one user was added and that is outside of your organization, and I selected the setting of within the organization, so nobody's added, right? So that is why it is showing like this. But basically this group is very beneficial when you're working within an organization and you want to add in members to collaborate with, right? So this is my groups. You will also be able to see recent groups or all groups. All groups are everything in this domain. All the different groups which were created by anybody in this domain will appear here. You probably won't be able to join all of them, but you will be able to just see the listing of them. Favorite groups also, and start conversation. So now if I want to create an email, I want to send an email to all the group members, how can I do that? I can go back to my Gmail. I can start on click on compose, and even if I write science department, whatever was the name given to that particular group, I can just write that group name and that will appear here. Now, if you remember, we were not able to create it successfully because only one member was added there and it was not a part of the organization or domain. So if you can do that using, I will show you to my work account actually. So under this, I'll show you my groups. Um, so here I have created some groups which are basically helping me out in my day-to-day work. So these are some groups which I have created: class teachers group, and then ICT grade 1 to 8, ICT teachers group. So this ICT teachers group, if I want to send a message to all the teachers in this group, I can simply for this is for editing, but if I want to send to all the teachers, I can go to my Gmail, or there should be a way of starting a conversation here also. Yeah, conversations is appearing under on the left panel. So one conversation is there wherein I have written an email to all the teachers, right? So I can again start a new conversation from here also. Let me just mm, new conversation. I will click on this new conversation and I will just put anything here. Just say hello, and then I can type some message here and I can send it. All the group members of this group will get the notification once I send it. So all the ICT teachers will get, the ICT teachers has 5 members. Everybody will receive the mail when I type it. So this is a very useful tool, my groups, where you can create a group and you can start conversations at any time. You can just double click on it and you can open a group, click on new conversations, and whenever somebody will reply in this group, it will appear under this conversations tab, right?
Rakhi ma'am, one query.
Hmm.
Suppose we
Yes.
have created one group and
Hmm.
I, no, it's okay, fine, huh? I get it. Fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so just explore it a little in order to understand how groups work. The concept behind groups is simply to create a group of users and giving them a single email address wherein all the members can have the access to all the conversations, and wherein everybody can obviously write an email and all this. So just gives a forum kind of a it gives a forum to everybody to be a part of, right? So you can explore it a little more in order to understand. Okay, let me just go back to the deck. So we have created manage group members. Yes, managing group members is simple. You can easily add or remove a member from your group. You can use groups to share documents also. The same way, I'll just show you. Herein, if I create a new conversation, it opens a window where I can type, it gives me all the options like a regular mail. So if I'm using the same platform, ICT group members, and maybe I want to start some conversation on lesson plan, and hello, please explore. So I'm writing a message. Lesson. So I'm typing this message and then I can put an attachment. So I click on the attachment. I can browse from my system whatever file I want from downloads. Maybe I select a file and I can open it to add it here, and then I can send it just the same way. I just do it for you so that you can see how it works. So maybe under lesson plan, I'm using grade 10 December. So now see, this file is added, and all the group members of my group under ICT teacher, which has 5 members, all the ICT department teachers are there, and I post this message. I am going to post it also. So just as a demo, and I will later on inform everybody. So this has now gone along with the attachment. So you can also put a file, multiple files. You can also add images from your system. So all these ways you can manage a particular group. You can mark a particular message also. So if you want to manage a group, how can you manage it? I will show you under my groups. You go to a particular group that you want to manage. This group which I want to manage, it has 5 members. Mm, just a second. Let me just see. Yeah, I'm forgetting because I have done it some time back. Yeah, from here I can add members to a group. That is what I was looking for. My under my groups, it is showing all the groups that I have. If I want to add a member to a group, a particular group, I can click on this add member option. I can click on add member. It will open add members option. I can type in the email address of another user, and then I can click on add member to add a member to a particular group, right? Same way, there is an option to leave a group also. If I am a part of a particular group and I want to leave it, I can simply click on this leave group. Okay, there is a group which is public, which anybody can join. That group name is Google's Be Internet Awesome India. It is created by Ms. Deepthi Sawhney, which is a Mahatatva creator. You can also join this group. So you can go to Google Groups and you can search for Google's Be Internet Awesome underscore India, and you can easily join this group. Anybody can join this group, and you will see some study material under this group also. Right? So I'm sure this Google Groups is clear to everybody. I'm going to share the name in the chat box. If anybody from you would like to join this group, you can try it out now. That's the name of the group which you have to search for. Okay. So Google Groups is done. Managing extensions, I showed you how to add an extension. We have also added that extension for input. Uh, okay, Google Groups, this is all about Google Groups, Google Search I have explored. Now these are some MCQs for practice for today's session. You can customize your Chrome profile in different ways to show pages that you open frequently using bookmarks. Is it true or false?
True, I suppose.
Yes, it is true. You can add any bookmarks to your profile. So like in this particular profile, I have Dolphins, Maps, YouTube, Gmail, and apps. This is already added as a bookmark. Mr. Young needs to contact students' parents to congratulate the student on improved progress. However, their first language is Arabic and they are not fully fluent in English. What is the quickest action he could do to produce an effective email? Post the message text on Google Group to see if someone can help translate to Arabic. Use Gmail to send a message around the school to search for a student who can help translate the email to German. Use Google search to find someone local offering Arabic translation services to help with the email. Search the Chrome Web Store to the Google Translate extension, which I just showed you. Use the extension to provide an Arabic version of the text
The
within the
last one.
Last one.
last one. So you can use the uh, Chrome Web Store for the translate extension, and you can easily translate the text to a particular language, right? Now, there are some important things for the examination. I would like to discuss that also with all of you. You probably would want to give the exam. Uh, when you register for your Google certification exam and you are registered, first of all, they will ask you to update your Chrome browser. So on the right hand side, because my Chrome browser is already updated, you will get this update option if it is not updated, right? So you can click on the update right next to the three dots on the top right corner of Google Chrome to update it. Once you start your exam, it will ask you to pin the exam. So how can you pin a tab? You can simply right click on a tab and you will get the option to pin it. So by mistake, you do not close that tab. So you have to pin the tab once you are giving your examination. Make sure you have 3 hours of undisturbed time. The duration for your Google Certified Educator Level 1 is 3 hours. And okay, the assessment I have already given you. So this is not to be done by me. Okay, so we are done with all the modules of Google Certified Educator Level 1. I hope it was a good learning experience for all. I have already posted the MCQs of day 4, 3 in the Google Classroom. Please give it again. I have opened the link for MCQ day 2 also for people who are not able to give it earlier, right? So please do that. And also there's a feedback form. Please give a feedback for your experience as per your experience for all the sessions. All right.
Yes, राखी मैम, ये जो एग्जाम होगा लेवल 1 का, ये होगा तो एमसीक्यू बेस्ड ही ना?
हाँ. It is MCQ based exam with questions of different types. So you might have a question which has only one option. Just the way I'm giving you MCQs, it is the similar format, and some of the questions will appear in your Google certified exam also from these MCQ tests only. So you will find these same kind of a question. Some questions have multiple answers. So you have to choose, we have to select all the correct answers. Might be two, might be three, might be four, but it is usually mentioned in the question that this question is expecting you to mark three correct answer or four correct answers. Sometimes five correct options are there. So you have to choose accordingly.
Okay.
Okay, I think I made myself clear to everybody. Please do your MCQs and thank you so much for your time. All right, you can leave.